A Trapped Nightmare by KoolIce Adventures. I'm KoolIce. I woke up in a strange place in my class. Ed, Mark, Jem, Ivan, Rome, Axe, and me, Ice. None of us could remember anything. We were in a basement, and the ceiling was dripping. Jem was shaking. Ed, Mark, Ivan, and Axe used things they found on the floor as weapons. And Rome tried to find a way out. Then a door opened and led to an elevator. A little girl spoke. She was made of blue slime. She said, "Step in. It's the only way to escape." We all ran. The elevator was loud, and the walls were gates. The doors open. It was a maze. You have 10 seconds to get out before he catches you. We all ran and ended up separated. Mark and Ivan were together, though they had a baseball bat and iron pipe to defend themselves. They hit a dead end. They turned around to see a huge monster made of slime. He had no eyes, small legs, sharp teeth, and his hands were huge. Ivan slammed the iron pipe into his head, but it was consumed by the monster. They tried to escape, but soon screams were heard. Mark and Ivan were eliminated. Rome was trying to catch a signal on his phone, but they were too far underground. He found the exit and went through the door, but not long before Ed and came. But I was having the worst luck of my life. I turned to see the monster behind me. He was covered in blood, and I could hear the screams of Mark and Ivan. I ran and saw Jem hiding. I grabbed her and we ran through the door, with the monster banging like crazy. Axe did not make it through the maze, though. We didn't know what happened to him. I cried knowing my friends were gone, but I have no time for tears. I need to get home. That's where I'll be safe. I saw a slippery pipe we had to tightrope across. Ed went first. He slipped and fell onto an electrical floor and was shocked to death. The girl spoke. You have 5-second head start." Me and Jem ran for it. It was not long till Jem panicked and fell into the electrical pit. Finally, we made it. We closed the door to make sure that the monster won't get to us. Now we had to run for our lives, and no head start. We ran, but I was so slow that Rome passed me. I cried knowing I was going to die, till the monster ripped through the wall and consumed Rome. It was a horrible sight. I teared up from sadness, fear, and loneliness. I saw a door next to me and ran through it. And there were two paths. The path of life and home. I went through home. I was on the highway where I could see my window, and I was in a taxi. I looked out the window only to see a monster jump on me and consumed me. But I was not dead. Instead, I relived what led to this horror. Slacking off, not caring about my work or future. I sucked my friends into my carefree activity, till I had to pay the consequences. I heard a voice. It was the girl. The slime melted off the girl, and it was me. Well, part of me. My conscience. Now you see, this is no monster. It was your bad behavior coming to bite you in the behind. You did bad things. Now bad things will happen to you. I cried as I felt guilt and sadness because my friends were dead because of me. All I wanted was to be happy and play with my friends. The more I felt the guilt, the more light filled the void. I was back with the two doors, life and home. The reason I picked home is so I can escape the monster, in other words, my problems. But I have to confront my problems. I went through life and saw my friends. They did not remember what happened. I looked behind me to see the monster turn into a book. The book said, my first book. It was thick. There must be millions of pages. But those pages were things I did not do. I got back to class and started the first chapter. The end. Happy Halloween! And do your work, kids.